Welcome back to our channel, where we share stories that touch the heart and remind us of the incredible bonds we share. Today we have a tale that perfectly illustrates why we should never underestimate what a child says, especially when they're talking about their mom. This story is about a little girl, her proud declaration, and the superstar who made everyone a believer. It all started on a seemingly ordinary day in a first-grade classroom. The teacher, a kind but sometimes skeptical woman named Mrs. Davison, was leading a show and tell session. The theme was, "What do our parents do?" One by one, kids stood up. "My dad is a firefighter," said one boy. "My mom is a doctor," said another girl. The responses were typical, and Mrs. Davison smiled and nodded at each one. Then it was little Anna's turn, a quiet, sweet-faced girl with bright, determined eyes. She stood up, holding a small, slightly worn photo. "My mom," she said, her voice filled with pride, "is a champion." A few kids giggled. Mrs. Davison gave a gentle, patronizing smile. "Oh, that's wonderful, Anna," she said. "A champion of what? Is she the best baker on your street? Maybe she won a prize for her garden?" She was trying to be encouraging, but her tone implied she didn't quite believe the grand title. Anna shook her head, her pigtails bouncing. "No," she insisted. "She's a real champion. She fights, and she wins." The classroom erupted in soft laughter. The idea of this small, gentle girl's mother being a fighter seemed funny to them. Mrs. Davison, trying to regain control, knelt beside Anna. "Honey, maybe you mean she's a champion in your eyes, which is the most important thing. It's a lovely way to see your mom." She was trying to steer the conversation back to something more conventional. But Anna was persistent. "No, she is a champion. Her name is Ronda, and she's the best." The teacher sighed, assuming it was a child's fantasy. "All right, Anna, thank you for sharing. That's a very imaginative story." She moved on to the next student, leaving Anna standing there, looking a little deflated. She had told the truth, but no one believed her. The photo she held was of her mom, smiling, with a huge championship belt over her shoulder. But from a distance, it was hard to make out the details. The day continued, and the incident was mostly forgotten by everyone except Anna. She felt a sting of injustice. Her mom was her hero, and having her biggest accomplishment laughed at was hurtful. A week later, the school was hosting its annual Parents' Career Day. It was an event where parents would come in and talk to the students about their jobs. Doctors, lawyers, bakers, and mechanics had all signed up. Mrs. Davison was busy organizing the schedule, making sure each parent had their slot. Just as the first parent was about to begin, the classroom door creaked open. A woman stood in the doorway, looking a little lost. She was wearing simple jeans and a hoodie, with her hair pulled back in a casual ponytail. "Excuse me," she said, her voice calm and polite. "I think I'm in the right place. I'm here for Career Day. I'm Anna's mom." Mrs. Davison looked up, a bit flustered. She didn't recognize the woman. "Oh, hello. Yes, come in. We weren't expecting you. I don't seem to have you on my list. What did you say your name was?" The woman smiled and stepped into the room. "I'm Ronda," she said, pulling down her hood. As she stepped into the light, a wave of recognition washed over Mrs. Davison's face. Her jaw literally dropped. The other parents in the room gasped. The children, even those who didn't know who she was, could feel the sudden shift in the room's energy. It wasn't just any Ronda. It was Ronda Rousey, the legendary UFC champion, Olympian, and one of the most famous female athletes in the world. Ronda walked over to her daughter, Anna, and gave her a huge hug. "Sorry, I'm a little late, kiddo," she whispered. "Big traffic." Anna's face lit up with a triumphant, beaming smile. She looked directly at her teacher and then at her classmates. No words were needed. Ronda then turned to Mrs. Davison, who was still speechless. "So I heard my daughter told you I was a champion," Ronda said, a playful glint in her eye. "She wasn't kidding, The teacher, now beet red, stammered, I am so sorry. I had no idea. It's an honor to have you here, Ms. Rousey. Rhonda just laughed, a warm, genuine sound that put everyone at ease. Please, call me Rhonda. And don't worry about it. I get it. It's not every day a UFC fighter walks into a first-grade classroom. For the next 30 minutes, Ronda Rousey captivated the entire class. She didn't just talk about fighting. She talked about discipline, dedication, and the importance of believing in yourself, even when others don't. She talked about losing and getting back up, about training hard and respecting your opponents. She showed them some basic, safe stances and even let a few kids hold her, now very real and very shiny, championship belt that she brought with her in a special case. She explained that being a champion wasn't just about winning in a ring. It was about being a champion in life, being a good person, working hard, and being a champion for your family. As she spoke, she kept looking over at Anna with immense love and pride. The kids were mesmerized. The boys who had giggled at Anna were now looking at her with awe. The girls saw a powerful, inspiring woman who was both a fierce athlete and a loving mother. When Rhonda finished her presentation, the classroom erupted in applause, louder than any applause that room had ever heard. Anna ran up and hugged her mom tightly around the waist. For Mrs. Davison, it was a profound lesson. It wasn't just about the surprise of a celebrity visit. It was a powerful reminder that children's realities can sometimes be far grander than adults can imagine. She learned to listen more closely and to believe in the incredible stories her students had to share, because sometimes the most unbelievable ones are the truest. And for Anna, it was the best day ever. Not just because her hero mom came to her school, but because everyone finally saw what she knew all along. Her mom really was a champion. This story is a beautiful testament to a child's unwavering faith in their parent and a reminder to all of us to keep an open mind and an open heart. What a powerful story, right? It just goes to show you that heroes come in all shapes and sizes, and sometimes they're sitting right next to us. Thanks for joining us for this incredible tale. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories. We'll see you in the next video.